Hello, welcome to my July TBR video. I had a pretty successful reading month last month. So this month I'm upping the ante and hoping to read 7 books. I know that might not sound like a lot to some people, but it is to me. Thought I'd push myself a bit and I think I can do it. Yeah, so I thought I would pick my TBR out of a bag. I have 15 books here that I currently are in the mood to read, want to read soon. So I popped them all in a little bag and I'm just going to pick out 7 of these, and that is going to be my TBR for the month. As I said last month, I don't always 100% stick to it. I'm trying. I'm getting better at sticking to my TBR. I'm trying to get out of my mood reading habits. So let's start and pick out some books. Before we pick out some books, let me tell you the 15 books that are in here that I could potentially pick from. I'm going to speed read them right now. So we have Heartstopper by Alice Osman, Fury Born by Claire Legrand, Siege and Storm by Leigh Bardugo. I was meant to read it last month, didn't happen. We have Kingdom of the Wicked by Kerry Manicello. We have Daughter of the Pirate King by Trisha Levenseller. Kind of hoping I get that one. I really feel like I'm in the mood to read pirates. And then we have The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by B.E. Schwab. These Violent Delights by Chloe Gong. This one I tried to pick up ages ago and I just wasn't in the mood to read it, but I definitely think I am going to like it. Sea of Monsters by Rick Riordan. A Conjuring of Light by B.E. Schwab. I've been meaning to read it for so long. It's been on my shelf for a while and I love the series, so I'm hoping to finish it off. The Ones We're Meant to Find by Joan He. And then The Guinevere Deception by Kirsten White. Been on my TBR shelves for ages. And then we have Legend Born by Tracy Dion. Cemetery Boys by Aidan Thomas. A Song of Race and Ruin by Roseanne Brown. And finally, The House in the Cerulean Sea by TJ Klune. Let's shake it up a bit and see what we get. First book I'm going to be reading this month is The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab. So this is The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab, set in France 1700s, and it follows our main character Addie, who makes a deal with a dangerous stranger to be able to live forever. However, there's a catch, as always, and she is not remembered by anyone that she meets. There's a dangerous stranger called Lou, and he visits her every year on her birthday and asks if she's ready to give up her soul. And then I think it jumps about 700 odd years, where Addie walks into a bookshop and a boy remembers her name. I've heard everyone recommend this book, like say it's amazing, the writing's amazing. Every time V.E. Schwab publishes a book, it's like an instant buy for me. I'm a huge fan of V.E. Schwab's writing. So I'm excited to get into this one, and hopefully I love it as much as everyone else. Okay, shake, shake, shake. Time for the second book. And the second book I'll be reading this month is Sea of Monsters by Rick Riordan. So, this is Percy Jackson and the Sea of Monsters, the second book in the Percy Jackson series. The first book being Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief. I'm not sure, is this young adult or middle grade? I feel like it's potentially middle grade series. I know a lot of people read this book when they were younger. I really wish I had read them when I was younger because I feel like I would have just appreciated them a little bit more. But I still love the series. I'm really excited to dive more into it. I really enjoyed the first book. And like it's really thin, like really easy read, so it won't take me long to get through. It's about Percy Jackson, who discovers he is a demigod, so the son of a god, and he is accused by Zeus of stealing his lightning bolt. It's just fun, wholesome adventure, cool demigods and cool characters, so I will get through this quite quickly, I think, and I will enjoy it hopefully as much as I enjoyed the first book. Third book, let's go. The third book I will be reading is, oh my god, I actually really wanted to pick this one out. Daughter of the Pirate King, and that is by Trisha Levenseller. Oh my god, Hell yeah. So, Daughter of the Pirate King by Trisha Levenseller. This is a young adult, yes, a young adult series, and it's the first book in the Daughter of the Pirate King series. It follows 17-year-old Alossa, and she's sent on a mission to find a treasure map that leads to a hidden treasure. She deliberately gets captured by her enemies to search their ship, and the one thing standing between her and the map is her captor Raiden. I think potentially enemies to lovers, I'm not sure, it kind of sounds enemies to lovers. Sounds fun, fast-paced, pirates, can't get any better than that. I'm so excited, so happy that I picked this one out. Okay, fourth book. Let's see. Okay. Fourth book is These Violent Delights by Chloe Gong. So, These Violent Delights by Chloe Gong is a young adult historical fiction. I love historical fiction. Set in Shanghai in the 1920s, and it's also a Romeo and Juliet retelling, which is really cool. It follows Juliet, who is the heir to the Scarlet Gang, and their rivals are the White Flower Gang, whose heir Roma was Juliet's first love until he betrayed her. And then stories of a monster in the shadows begin to spread, bringing with it lots of death. And Juliet and Roma must put apart their differences and work together to contain the mayhem. This sounds cool. 1920s Shanghai, enemies to lovers, monsters, gangs. Sounds such a fun read. I think the author Chloe is like really young as well, around my age for an author, so that's so cool as well to see such a successful author. I believe the sequel to this duology, These Violent Ends, is coming out this year as well, so hopefully if I like it I can read the sequel. Okay, book number 5. Let's see what I'm going to get. It is... Oh, picked out 2. I'll put one back. What is it? Guinevere Deception by Kirsten White. This is a Guinevere Deception by Kirsten White. This is the first book in the Camelot Rising series. It's a young adult fantasy and an Arthur retelling. I will read the blurb for this one because I didn't summarize it because I'm lazy. Princess Guinevere has come to Camelot to wed a stranger, the charismatic King Arthur. With magic clawing at the kingdom's borders, the great wizard Merlin conjured a solution, sending Guinevere to be Arthur's wife and his protector from those who want to see the young king's idyllic city fall. The catch? Guinevere's real name and her true identity is a secret. She is a changeling, a girl who's given up everything to protect Camelot. To keep Arthur safe, Guinevere must navigate a court in which the old, including Arthur's own family, demand that things continue as they have been. And the new, those drawn by the dream of Camelot, fight for a better way to live. And always, in the green hearts of forests and the black depths of lakes, magic lies in wait to reclaim the land. Arthur's knights believe they are strong enough to face any threat, but Guinevere knows it will take more than a sword to keep Camelot free. Deadly jousts, duplicitous knights, and forbidden romances are nothing compared to the greatest threat of all. The girl with the long knotted black hair, riding on horseback through the dark woods towards Arthur. Because when your whole existence is a lie, how can you even trust yourself? This sounds awesome. I was a big fan of the show Merlin, so it's cool that this is going to be from Guinevere's perspective. I think it'll be cool to see more of her character come to life, a bit more depth to her as well. It's not a very long book. It's only about like 330 pages. So yeah, I hope I enjoy it because I really like the Arthur stories. And as I said, I'm a huge fan of the show Merlin. So it should be a good one. See the last one, second last one I mean, and that is The Kingdom of the Wicked by Kerry Manicello. So the one I just picked is Kingdom of the Wicked by Kerry Manicello. This is a young adult fantasy and it's the first book in the Kingdom of the Wicked series. It follows Amelia and her twin sister Victoria, who are both witches. One night Victoria doesn't come home and Amelia discovers her body and that she's been murdered. She then vows vengeance and to find who killed her sister, which is when she comes into the path of, what's his name, Wrath, who is one of the kings of hell. And Wrath claims he has been tasked with solving a series of murders on the island and claims to be on her side to help her find who killed her sister. I'm a big fan of, she also wrote, Jack the Ripper series. Hunting Jack the Ripper, which I really enjoyed her writing. It's dark, so this one should be a dark and fun read. For the final book, let's pick out book number 7. Here we go. I just blocked my face. Okay, number 7 is going to be The Ones We're Meant to Find, conveniently right behind me, by Joan He. We're Meant to Find by Joan He. This is a young adult science fiction book. I'm going to read the blurb because there's a lot to summarize, so may as well just read off the back. Okay. 3 years ago, C woke up on the shore of an abandoned island with no idea how she got there. She lives in a shack with an aging android and a single memory. She has a sister. Now she has to escape and find her. From the safety of the eco-city floating above the earth, now decimated by natural disasters, 16-year-old Casey mourns her sister. She's convinced C is dead. She too wants to escape. The eco-city is meant to be a sanctuary for people who want to save the planet, but its inhabitants are willing to do anything for refuge, even lie. Is Casey ready to use technology to help Earth, even though it failed her sister? C and Casey think that what they know about each other and their world is true. Both are wrong. If you loved We Were Lilacs, this sounds so unique and awesome, and I can't say I have read a blurb like that before. So a good end to the month. Okay, so again, here are the 7 books that I will be reading this month. The Ones We're Meant to Find by Joan He, Percy Jackson and the Sea of Monsters by Rick Riordan, Daughter of the Pirate King by Trisha Levenseller, The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab, The Guinevere Deception by Kirsten White, These Violent Delights by Chloe Gong, and Kingdom of the Wicked by Kerry Maniscello. So yeah, I've got a big month ahead of me, but I'm happy with the books I chose. Some awesome books here, and hopefully I will love them all. Thank you so much for watching that video. It was really fun. I am looking forward to reading all of those books. Let me know in the comments if you have read any of those books, or let me know what you are going to be reading in the month of July. So yeah, thank you so much for watching again, and I'll see you next time. Bye!